I get that ooh.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
What's goody, YouTube? How's everyone doing? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to yet another live reaction video. If you're new here for the first time, my name is TMR, and since you clicked on this video, you might as well subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave your comments down below, and enjoy this reaction video. What's goody, YouTube? What's good, TMR gang? Welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to yet another live reaction video. I'm your girl, TMR. Thank y'all so much for stopping what you were doing and meet me on this daggone break room, y'all. Oh boy. All right. Y'all see the title, y'all see the thumbnail. Y'all know what we're going to get into this evening. We got Liv in the break room, y'all. And I know a lot of y'all are tired and sick and tired of listening to her, but you know what? We're going to let her speak today, okay? She did a live stream for about an hour. I guess she's not doing those 4, 5, 9-hour live streams anymore. And she's back to, I guess, regular live streams, Not 3 devices going. It's so funny, honey. There's a lot going on social media. I've told y'all many, many times, make sure you got you at least 2 devices going, okay? I remember back in the day when I first came to YouTube, child, it was really good. It was you. Baby, we was all over the place. That's, especially like during the pandemic and stuff, child, you had nothing to do but get on social media. So we're going to talk about Olivia. Y'all, that's pretty much what we're going to cover in this live today. I'm going to give her the floor for a few moments and see what she got to talk about, y'all. She's going to tell us, the reason why she left Texas. And, at this point, I mean, you obviously left Texas because whatever you came there for, you didn't accomplish it. That's obvious. We listened to Olivia many times. What she's trying to say now in her video or her live stream is something Olivia should have did a long, long time ago. She'll say in this live stream that she never should have put so much of her business on the internet. Like a lot of what she was going through, she should have never did that. And it's like, duh, Sherlock, we told you that, I mean, you can be entertaining without, I don't know, performing fellatio on your baby daddy on the internet. Like, you can be entertaining without doing all that. But, to each his own. People got their own thing when it comes to this social media thing. But like, there's an old saying, you guys, even an iron will wear out. Even eventually an iron will wear out. So, over time, you can't keep doing stuff like this. Like, it'll all come to an end. Just like that situation over there with Diddy, the whole Diddy trial. Like 10 years ago, Diddy thought he was on top of the world. He probably never thought that half of what's going on now would even come to fruition. And guess what? Yeah, it's all coming. It's all came to an end. You can only keep up that foolishness for so long. You said, I'm not gonna lie, I can't wait to Liv get her government housing so she can curse us out again. She's the best storyteller in this sector. You want her to get up here and curse us out again? Child, one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. She said the things that she's doing in Florida is what she should have been doing. She said when, she been messing around, joking around, not taking life seriously. I guess her sister probably said to her, look, if you want my help, you're going to either do it my way or you're going to do it the mother-sucking highway. I guess this time her sister really put her foot down. And because Olivia won't even go live in them people's front yard. She won't even go live in the driveway of where them people live at, where her sister and them live at. Hey, eye for an eye. Baby, Olivia won't even go live on the block her sister stay on. Okay? She not doing it. I guess some people said, we not playing all that. Either you gonna come here and be about business or you gonna take your tail on back down there to Texas where you actually belong. I don't know. It would have been a hard decision for me to walk away from my kids, regardless if I have full custody of them or not. I definitely do have visitations with them. And I don't know about y'all, but I would prefer to see my children every other week than, I don't know, summertime, Christmas break, or, whenever there's a long break. I would rather be with my kids every other weekend. I would rather be able to go pull up at their school, even if I don't got them for the weekend, but just pull up to the school, maybe take lunch and go eat lunch with them, even if it's not once a week. I would rather do that than to abandon them, because, I don't know what services Raquel can offer her in Florida that Olivia didn't take advantage of the last 2 times she was there. Because the same things that's going on in Florida, in my opinion, more than likely is probably far better in Texas. I don't really know what the economy is in Florida. I don't, because I don't know a lot about Florida. I know more about Texas than I do Florida. I've literally only been to Florida 1 time in my life. So I don't know. And my thing is, whatever opportunities were in Florida, how come she never took advantage of them the 2-3 different times she's lived there? What makes this time any different? Apparently she's going back to school, but she attempted that before in Florida and wasn't successful with it. Florida is very expensive. I do know Miami is. I have family in Miami, in the surrounding areas of Miami. They've been there. I got cousins that's been there all my life. So I do know, I don't know much about, obviously we know Miami is expensive, but I don't know much about other parts of Florida, so or Orlando, I'm just assuming that's expensive because, Disney World is there. So I, guaranteed that would be expensive. So, comparable, I would think Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area where she was at would probably be a little bit more manageable than Florida. Because where is she? Is she somewhere around Orlando? Somewhere around there? I don't know. But, I guess Olivia will figure it out one day. I mean, let's be honest. She got to figure it out at some time. Like, you got 2 kids that live with you. You have 5 kids total. Yeah, you got to figure it out at one day. And let's be, she's in Tampa, which was on the other side of Orlando. Let's be honest, y'all. She's had more than enough time to figure this thing out. Olivia has had opportunities that a lot of women don't get a chance to have. Hence, one of the things of having a large platform. She could have did many things with her platform, but Olivia got caught up in the foolery. I think, sometimes when things come too easy for you or to you, it's not good for you. And social media came too easy for her. And in my opinion, Olivia is the type of person that needs discipline and structure, and social media, you don't have, there are a lot of people, obviously we talked about that yesterday. There's a lot of people on here with no structure, no discipline. And she's not that type of person. She needs discipline and structure. She needs like a caseworker or case manager or something like that. Somebody to constantly keep her on track. Because anytime you're 13, 14 years old and you get up one morning and decide that you don't want to go back to school and you're in the 8th grade, and the people that are around you that are supposed to be the adults in your life allow you to make that decision at 13, 14 years old, clearly that's somebody who needs discipline and structure. Clearly, that's somebody who needs discipline and structure. Ms. Maka said, I live in Florida. She's better off getting herself together in Texas. Yeah, if you're born and raised in Florida, obviously you know how to, migrate around the state or whatever city you live in because you're born and raised, But to me personally, Texas has, especially where she was at, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, has far more opportunities. I would just, because it You know, there's not big cities in Florida, but I don't know. I think she would have. And I'm just going to go back and saying her 3 oldest kids are there. You know, and being out their lives like that, like phone calls can only go so far. You know, human intervention is to me, it personally is the best thing. But she doesn't have that discipline and support in Texas. She had the same thing in Florida and took that nonchalantly as well too, Pearl. You know, at the end of the day, you got to learn how to discipline yourself, and that's wherever you are. You know, you got to learn how to discipline yourself. You know, once she became a mother of now 5 children, discipline and structure should have been the first thing on her mind, because she is the provider of children. If not those 3 oldest, she definitely is the provider of the 2 that live with her. So, y'all, let's get into Olivia and let's see what she had to talk about. Give me just a moment. As a mother of 5, Maja, you're right. It does need to be self-discipline. And, you know, and like I said, I'm not saying people don't make mistakes. I'm not saying as mothers we have not made mistakes. As a mother, I've made mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means, but because I have raised my children and I look back now on the things that I could have did different, but one thing I did not do, I always worked and maintained as much stability as possible that I can maintain for my children. That was very important to me, you know, and I took pride in how I carried myself. Social media wasn't a real big thing at all when I was raising my children, you know, but I took pride in the way that I carried myself, especially at work. I wasn't at the job fighting and arguing and cussing people out and getting fired every other day because I don't know how to, you know, handle relationships with other people at work and stuff like that. And I'm beefing with my boss and I didn't do stuff like that because I took going to work seriously, because I know I have to go to work and I have to act accordingly. So therefore I can do my job, get paid for what I do, and take my ass home to my family. It's just that simple, you know? And Lynn, you said narcissistic, sociopath, she only cares about herself. And, you know, and I get that people have those traits and stuff like that, but golly, how do you have those type of traits or those characteristics? And I'm just asking because I'm not a narcissistic. I'm not a sociopath. So I don't know the mind of those people because I don't have that mind. I have been affiliated with people like that. But how do you do that as being a mom, you know, or a father for that matter? You know, I don't know. I just find it very odd how she behaves and how the people in her life allow her to continuously behave in that way. It's almost like there's never any consequences for her actions. The only consequences she actually faced is when Gerard tested her and pursued her in court for custody of those kids. To me personally, that was the only time that she actually had to face repercussions for her actions. In my opinion, based off what I've seen on the internet, right? That was literally the only time. All right, y'all, let's get into it. Hey, Miss Coco, welcome everybody. Welcome to the break room, Black and Bougie. Lynn, repping in the building. Repping your city, New York over there, busy with that Diddy trial, honey. All right, y'all, let's get into this.
It's a love song he sent to me, Sugar Dumpling. Oh, hey, Nisha. That's fun. Scare him away. Hey, I don't want to. I feel bad.
Welcome, you guys. Make sure you guys hit the like button.
Just trying to chill. As long as he don't bother me. As long as you don't bring your bed over here, we good, homie. You keep your bed right there.
I agree with you, Tamara.
Don't be trying to scoot over here either, because I ain't got nothing for you. Let me my cup over here, so I know how birds are slick.
Very well put.
I don't think he'll come over here.
Hey, trees. That's true, girl.
He did, but let's not jinx, okay? Hey, Stephanie. Okay, anyway, that's what I'm working on a lot. And I'll let you guys know, like, as the time goes on. I'm pretty much, like, in a place in my life where I just want to do stuff, and then I'll come and I'll tell you guys about it, you know? But I was really scared about this move because I have a lot to do, like a lot, and it's different than any other time because I was wasting a lot of time, a lot of stuff on things that I when my attention should have been elsewhere, my attention was on other things.
So there you have y'all. She just basically told us what I just told y'all. This time, her sister helping her. Yeah, she's not playing with Olivia this time. Her sister's basically said, you either gonna do it my way or you gonna hit that mother sucking highway. We're gonna get them kids, especially AJ. We're gonna get him under wraps. We're gonna throw them on in school. There's not gonna be no 2-3 months waiting to get them in school. As soon as y'all touch down, we're gonna get them right on over to the first available daycare that takes whatever type of sister she has for them to go. Okay? So you said she stops trying to normalize her dysfunction. She starts trying to normalize her dysfunction. Yeah. Yeah, her sister said, no, we're not going to do all that. Like, she probably said, Livy, you're grown now. She had to remind Olivia that she's getting ready to be 35. Girl, you grown. You damn near 40 years old, and you running around here like you 16. Like, the internet be making people think they're immortal. Girl, you just damn near 40 years old. If you don't get your life together, I'm going to tell you something. In your 20s, okay, whatever. Ball till you fall, right? 30, 31, baby, by the time you hit 33, people looking at you like, girl, you better get your life together. You damn near 40. Well, baby, once you out of them 20s, it's time to get business handled, period. And Olivia has been messing around on the internet since late 20s. Girl, you damn near 40. Yeah, it's time to get it together, man. Period. Be it for you, for your children, or whomever, but you gotta do something. Like, imagine living her life the way she's been living it the past 5 years. Imagine her living her life like that for 5 more years. No, the kids don't have no type of structure, no early bedtime. Those kids, Kaylani and AJ, was up all in the middle of the night while their mama sitting on live streams all night. No proper meal time. No, they don't go anywhere. They don't do it. All they do is say, anytime AJ talking about clock that tea. I'm not saying that kids don't pick up things that's trendy that they hear, but it's like she didn't correct that behavior. She thought it was funny. Baby, just wow. And here's my thing, y'all. Just because other people do it doesn't mean it's right. That don't mean it's right just because other people do it. And I think a lot of us feel like because these people are on social media and we watch them all the time, that there's nothing wrong with them. No, the reality is it's a lot of people on this social media platform, and baby, it's a whole lot wrong with them. Baby, they ain't wrapped too tight, right? I'm telling you. And she one of them. She is definitely one of them that we watch. It's a host of a lot of them, but because we got Olivia on the screen, Olivia has, like, the way she has behaved on this internet, baby, I was shocked and appalled. I'm like, girl, aren't you ashamed? It's the fact that she wasn't even shamed for half the stuff that she has said and done and shown on this internet.
This time, 100%, my attention is on one thing, being back here in Florida. And that's rebuilding my life. I'm going to be honest with you guys. It's rebuilding me. It's getting me to a place where I am good, because I finally feel like I'm good here. And I'm good here. I got the body and the mind together. Now I need to, not all the way together. I always need to work on myself. But for the most part, like, I'm here. Present time with you guys. I'm not stuck in the past. I'm not worried about something. People want to ask me all these questions about my kids and everything. I'm not going to go back on anything I've done on social media because honestly, everything has shaped me into the woman that I am today, sitting here in front of you guys, whether you want to be like, oh, it's fake, oh, she's putting on a front, oh, she's this, oh, she's that. I don't have time for that, guys. I don't have time for that. I don't.
Sis, but you haven't made us believers yet. Like, the internet, you just started acting like this for the past 2 weeks. Girl, it takes more than 2 weeks to get your mental together. Trust me. Hell, if you got to take medication to get your mental together, it takes more than 2 weeks for the medication to really get in your system. You've been in Florida about a month and you have been delivered already. Now, here's the thing. If she's serious about getting herself together, applause. Don't get yourself together, sis. Yeah, do it. But to make us feel like just because you said it, that we have to automatically believe it. The reason why people automatically believe it is because you've said it several times and never have done it. That's the problem. Take 4 to 6 weeks for marriage. Exactly. She been in Florida 3 weeks, and now she's been delivered.
I've thought about stopping doing social media altogether, and I have that option. But the thing that I thought about is I've been on here for so long. I've created something, whether you think of however it is, I've created something for myself. And if I have the platform and I can spread negativity, when I finally get in the right mindset, why not spread positivity? You know what I mean?
No, Olivia, the reason why you won't let social media go, because let me tell y'all something. The reason why she won't let social media go is because social media makes her feel important. If Olivia was really serious about getting herself together, as much as she has showed her ass on this internet, this would have been the first thing that left. If she really was talking about God and being, you got to stand up, you got to step out on faith. If she was really, really serious, social media would have been the first thing that went. She would have put it on the back burner, period. But for her, she needs social media because that's how she makes a living right now. Olivia is scared to go work into the workforce. She's not ready to do that yet because going to work is hard. Olivia is lazy and she hasn't got out of that laziness yet, if she ever will. See, this is why I'm not going to say don't believe her, but I'm just kind of like, all right, girl. Because if she was, let me tell y'all something. When people say that they're going to reinvent themselves and they're social media content creators, what is the first thing that they get rid of? Or let me say this. The first thing they stop doing is social media. But see, Olivia needs social media because she needs people to talk to. And social media is the only persons that she can stop talking to. Now, I'm not saying she can't talk to her mama and them, but see, she can't lie to her mama and her sister, but she can lie to the internet. So, and she's not done lying. So that's why she needs to keep holding on to the internet.
And show you guys that
it does, eye for an eye.
No matter what you go through, things can work out for you. But it's all on you. You have to make the decision and you have to want it for yourself. You have to want it more than anybody. And that's the thing. People have said to me, oh, well, we've been telling you this for years and blah, 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 and da, 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 and da, 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 whatever people want to say. You can't tell people nothing. And that's what I've always tried to tell you guys. This is not only just learning this from myself. I've learned this from other people. You cannot tell people nothing. People have to go through what they have to go through, and they have to get it. It has to click when it clicks for them. You know what I mean?
No, Olivia, we don't know what you mean. You definitely can tell people things. They just got to want to listen. That's not true. It's just like if your child is disruptive and you just say, I ain't gonna say nothing to him. He just gonna keep cutting up. I ain't gonna say nothing to him. I'm just gonna let him run amok. No, you have to teach him discipline, him or her discipline. You just can't let them run amok. You gotta talk to them. Because if you don't talk to them, what do they learn? What do they know? Nothing. Because you ain't said nothing to them. So no, Olivia's problem is she didn't want to listen to what the people were saying to her because she didn't want to accept accountability for her actions. So that's not true.
So anyway.
You do, Bonita.
Oh my God, this bird.
Tracy Johnson, Olivia.
It's never too late to start over. It's not. Right. It's never too late. It's never too late. And like I said, people want me to talk about my kids and stuff. I'm not ever doing that again. It's like somebody just said, who that, Stephanie? Is not anybody's business. And quite frankly, like I've said a million times, you guys, my supporters, I know my support care, but like,
you think so?
No. No. My life should not have played out on social media because, and I look at,
because it's dumb. I don't care what nobody says. The world do not need to know everything that's going on with you. They don't. Why do the world need to know everything that's going on with you? All that's going to do is just put the world in your business. It ain't going to make your situation any better. When you go to work, you don't get up at the job. Well, let me say this. Some of y'all do. But you don't typically, you don't go to the job and be like, yeah, me and my husband just got to fighting last night. He bust me upside my head. When people ask you, how was your night? You just say, it was all right. You know what I'm saying? You don't get up there and be telling all you, at least you're not supposed to. So if you don't go to work and run your mouth about what's going on in your personal life, why is it acceptable on social media? I never understood that. Now, I'm not saying people can't have conversations, especially about things that other people can relate to, but Olivia had surpassed that. Like when her and Gerard were breaking up, okay, what woman can't relate to the breaking up of somebody that you love? Who can't relate to that, right? But she took it to the extreme. And that is what was a turnoff to a lot of people, because a lot of people was like, girl, you still married to the man. Just go and handle that married business. And once it's over with, then come tell us about it. CM, thank you so much for the $4.99 super chat, sis. You said still addressing the comments equals same old Liv. Girl, worry about those ill-mannered kids you have and stop worrying about what the internet is saying. Exactly. She don't want to talk about her kids because, and when she says she don't want to talk about her kids, I'm just going to assume she's talking about the three oldest. When she doesn't want to talk about her kids, she doesn't want to take accountability that she technically abandoned them. So she don't want to talk about that. Again, not accepting accountability, which makes people think you haven't, the change hasn't really started yet. It may be, it may be in the works, but it hasn't really started
yet. From like a person looking from the outside in, it is absolutely, okay, let me block this person. It is absolutely heartbreaking, the stuff that I've been through, the stuff that I've lived through, the stuff that has been played out on this internet. And I look at it now from, like I said, from like an outside perspective, and I'm just like, girl, so much of that shouldn't have played out on social media. Like so much of that Like, my heart hurts for me. Okay? Like, that's hard. That's hard. Like, I have overcome so much in front of so many people, and at the same time, people have tried to bash me and tear me down behind it. They're still doing it, but my whole point is,
there she go again, worrying about how the internet perceives her and how the internet handles her. Like, Olivia, you're not the only one that hurt through this whole situation with you and Gerard and the children. Gerard, I'm sure he felt some hurt. Those kids most definitely felt some hurt. Like, she act like she the only one that went through something. Everybody went through something, sis, but obviously other people decided to go through it differently than you. You chose to come to the internet and go through it, which in my opinion wasn't a good idea, because it hyper exposed what you had going on. And because you were so busy being mad because the internet was clocking your tea, then you chose to take it and go further and further with it, which made it into a big salacious gossip session, when you should have just been like, hey, internet, like, I got some personal things going on. I'm going to be gone for a while. I'll be back. And when I come back, I'm going to be back better and, bigger and better. I mean, let's be honest, y'all. That's why I'm saying, like, y'all being on the internet, and let's be very honest. Throughout the years, Olivia has made some change on this internet. She has made a little coin. I'm not saying she became a millionaire. She can't talk like Peach McIntyre. I'd have made $1 million. She can't say that. But Olivia has made some change. But and not only that, Olivia had that eyelash line. She made a little coin from that. Olivia has made a little money on this internet, and she took none of it and put it up to where, in the event that she did need to take some time off, she can live off her savings. She couldn't do that, so she had to keep going and going and going and going and going on the internet, because that's how she made her money. Never gave her body and her mind even remotely a chance to rest. Not to mention, she's been showing her ass on TikTok. She just haven't been over here with it. Oh, really, CM? I don't watch her on TikTok.
It has molded me into this person that I am today, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for it, and I can talk on it now, and I can help other women through it now. So if this, and I mean this as far as like me having to deal with what I had to deal with on social media, if I had to go through what I had to go through in the public eye for me to turn around and help other women, because there's so many women that I see going through my situation, so many women, and I'm gonna help them. That's one of my goals, is to help other women navigate through a lot of stuff. So yeah, we learn from our mistakes. 100. I mean, some people don't learn from their mistakes, and those are the people that walk around.
My thing is, how does Olivia feel like she can help people go through what she's going through or went through? When what help? Like, how were you helped? How did you help yourself? What information could you give somebody who baby daddy / ex-husband takes them to court because of their behavior and tries to get custody of the kids? What information can you give that woman that can help her that you didn't use? You didn't use whatever information you would be given. You didn't use any of it. We saw that in real time. So here's the thing, go. Sis, help yourself first. Get yourself out the gutter. Then once you get yourself out the gutter and stay out the gutter at least for, I don't know, a year or two, then you can go around on your hobo tour of trying to help women that's going through. Girl, first and foremost, what can you really do? Like, what advice can you give that you never, like, sis, what you gonna do tell them go to the internet and ask them for money to go to the internet, tell them you need $400 so you get an attorney that you never even got. That's the advice you gonna give them? Like, people be on this internet, just be running their mouth, talking extremely loud, saying absolutely nothing. At the end of the day, sis, let folks go through what they go through and let them get the help. Let them go get the help from the professionals. Like what you should have did, let them do that. Girl, you got bigger fish to fry. You got to work on getting your GED. You got other stuff going on. You got to study for tests so you can go get that. Girl, you ain't got time to be sitting around doing live streams trying to talk to the people and ain't nobody gonna be listening.
Forever the same, you know what I mean? And that's cool. Whatever your life journey is your life journey. I'm not here to down talk you or to, it is what it is. It's none of my business. My business is my journey. My business are my kids. My business is my life. My business is my family. My business is my business. And I don't care, quite frankly, about anybody else's business. Not to be rude. I just don't care. But yeah.
I'm gonna tell you something, Sharon. Sharon said, TMR, do you think it's true what some people are saying that her sister had to take custody of the youngest two and that's why she moved? Says, I don't know. Is that possible? Yeah, that's possible. Is it easy to find out? I'm sure it is. If y'all really want to know that, I mean, this, you know, people work everywhere in this country. You can probably find it out. Is TMI going to look for the information? Hell no, I don't care that much. But I don't know what's going on. But one thing I know, since she's been in Florida, we haven't been that accessible to children. And it don't have nothing to do with she not going to be sharing her children with the internet. I think it has a lot to do with this, what her sister is saying. Her sister's calling the shots. So it could be that her sister may have, because I mean, that's a possibility. I just don't know. Like I can't confirm it or deny it. I'm gonna say that.
My whole point is just to say, it doesn't matter what you guys go through. You guys can come back from anything. Okay, whole point. You guys can make right of any situation. You just have to want it. You know, you just have to want it for yourself, and you have to go out there and you have to do the work. It's not gonna come to you. It's not just gonna happen for you. But the good thing about it is life has a way of working itself. You just have to let it play out. And when you get certain signs for a better opportunity or a better way of life, or you get like, you know, the Lord talks to you or he tells you certain things, like you should take advice. Like whenever you have your wake up moment, you need to go with it. You know, you can't just sit around and just be like, you can't be hard-headed. Don't be hard-headed about it. That's my whole point. A lot of people are hard-headed, and don't be hard-headed, okay? Because like I said, you guys, I wasted a lot of time, but in a sense, it wasn't wasted time because I had to figure stuff out, you know? And at the time, no, I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not going to say that because it's just nobody's business, but yeah, but yeah, anything that I don't talk about on social media, you guys don't really have to worry about. And I know my quarters, y'all don't. Y'all just mind your business, and I appreciate y'all, but I'm going to say this, and this is all I'm going to say on the topic of my babies. My kids know who I am. Their father knows who I am. So I don't care what you guys on the internet say or think. It doesn't matter to me, you know? So And I want you guys to treat your situations like that too. Whatever situation you're going through, let me tell you something. No matter how big, no matter how small, whatever you're going through is, people will try to hurt you behind. And what you need to remember is the reality of the situation. Nobody's opinion matters but the people who matter. Okay. So just remember that too, because I know, especially in today's world.
So if nobody's opinion matters except the people's opinion that matters, then why did you apologize to the internet the other day on your community tab? Because I would just assume that the internet opinion shouldn't matter because the internet is not in your personal life. See how she be talking and don't say she I don't even think Olivia believes half of what she says.
So angry and so mad and so vicious and want to break the next person because they're unhappy on the inside. People will take you and try to pick you apart for their own satisfaction, for their own self-gratification. But just remember that the only thing that matters are the people that matter.
See, this is what I'm talking about, girl. A reaction video. When I do reaction videos, this is not for self-gratification. I'm not self-gratified by doing a reaction, okay? It's a reaction video, sis. Calm down. I want her to calm down. She doesn't believe because she's just repeating buzzwords. She's seen others say, exactly, Black Auntie. That's just, Olivia definitely has a photogenic memory. And so she listens to what other people says and then repeats it.
Okay. All right. I love you guys so much. I love y'all. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Don't think of it as wasted. You thought was best at the time. 100%, Gigi. Yeah, 100%. Oh, thank you, Nancy. I appreciate it. This guy in this tiny little car. His car is so little. But you guys, another thing, one more thing, and I'm gonna go. In a world where where life is really hard, it's really, really hard out here, right? For everybody. Everyone's just trying to make a way. Everyone is just trying to, I hope everyone is just trying to be the best version of themselves and create the most happy, beautiful life for themselves and their family. The recipe to that, is just to be a good person and pray to God. Be a good person and pray to God. Be a good person. That's it, and that's all. Liv, ain't nobody stupid. The haters can act stupid, but they know the truth. They know the truth and still run you down because being messy pumps all through their blood. Yeah, I guess, Stephanie, I guess that's very true. And I don't even have nothing to say about the haters or this or that. Like, I mean, everybody can do what they want to do. Like I said before, it has nothing to do with me. I've showed so much on this platform. That's the only reason I even said anything about my children. And that's all I'm ever going to say about my children. You guys, people can say whatever they want about me. You know what I mean? It is what it is, but
I'm gonna just say this, and I'm with you, Greenheart. At this point, good luck, sis. Like, if whatever, like if you keep saying it, maybe eventually you'll actually believe it and do it. You know, here's the thing, y'all. I'm not wishing no ill will on anybody. Olivia definitely does need to change. She does. But the internet doesn't need to see the metamorphosis. Like, she doesn't have to be a caterpillar and blossom into a butterfly for us. Like, we don't have to see the whole transformation as it's happening. Me personally, it's like, sis, go off the grid, go handle your business, and then come back, you know, and whatever time that you need to come back, and boom, there you go. Show us what you got. Whoever said licks bust windows, I don't care. Oh my God, hilarious, you know. But that's the thing, y'all. Olivia loves attention. So the internet is something she's not willing to give up, which makes me feel like what she's saying, she may want others to think it's going to happen. But deep down in her head, I don't think Olivia's capable of change. I just don't think she is, because she's been this way for so long. You know, she's been this way for so long. And here's the thing, let's say that situation that her sister has custody of her kids, and that's why she left Florida, or excuse me, Texas, to go to Florida, right? Let's just say that is a thing. And so she had to leave the oldest three behind because of the youngest two who lives with her, right? But in my mind, that's how she got in this predicament in the first place. That's how she got in that predicament with the three oldest, because you don't know how to conduct yourself on and off social media. Because let's be honest, whatever she was doing to deem neglect, you know how CPS kept coming to her house, she was doing that all on social media. That's how CPS was able to find out about it. Staying with the three oldest. Regardless, besides the whole not sending them to school for almost 60 days or however long it was, a lot of her behavior was showed out right here on social media. So again, that's her fault. That's her fault that CPS was involved and she got scared and ran to Florida and her sister, I don't know, temporary custody or whatever. That's Olivia's fault. Once again, it's something that she could have controlled. But she chose the internet over than being a sensible parent, a person with good sense, and conduct herself accordingly on the internet. She chose to do the laugh, getting on the internet high and drunk and running all out, talking about people, you know, at her door and acting all psychotic on the internet. She did that. She chose to do that because she didn't have to do that. There are plenty of people on the internet that don't act like her. Then obviously there are some that do, but there's plenty of moms that get on the internet every day and don't do stuff like that. Susie said, plot twist, it was all on purpose. She knew better than to crash out for the whole world to see. Exactly. It's almost like she repeated the same thing she did with the Web3. It's almost like she intentionally did it. Because you know better. You know how to do shit. Olivia knows the internet don't play with her. That first time CPS would have knocked on my door would have been the last time I'd have gave the internet any reason to call CPS again. But she kept doing the same thing over and over and over. And now, every time you see her, she's at the beach. She's exercising. She got 2 small kids under the age of 3. Who got the time for that? And she doing it all in the middle of the day. And trust me, Kailani is not in anybody's daycare. AJ more than likely is, but Kailani's not. So now somebody else sitting worried with her responsibility. Now, I'm not saying she's not around, but, you know, Raquel, if it's true, now Raquel is legally responsible for her children.
The only people that matter are the people that matter. And that's my kids. So that's it. My 5 babies. That's all that matters are my 5 kids. And every single one of my kids love me.
And right. And if all 5 of your kids are the only thing that matters, then why do you repeatedly get on the internet and show your ass to put the people in your business? Like me personally, I would have learned from the whole, when the Web3 got taken away from me. I would have learned then. When nobody got, like she said, nobody will ever get a chance to do me like that again. When it sounds like somebody did get a chance to do you like that again. If your 5 kids are the only thing that matters to you, then why do you continuously come to the internet and show your ass and get the people involved in your business? That's the part I don't understand. But I guess there are some things that's never meant to understand. Liv, we'll check in with you later. Okay. There y'all have it, y'all. I just wanted y'all to check. I just wanted to check in. I know a lot of y'all not really interested, but you know, it's we've been following Olivia for so long. Why not finish it out? Like at this point, we might as well finish it out. I don't know if they're all going to love you the way you think they are. Well, one thing's for sure, 2 things for certain. Her actions are going to determine that. Okay. Her frontal lobe ain't developed, so she is always going to repeat the same mistakes without learning her lessons. Well, you know what? And unfortunately, Olivia is going to have to deal with the consequences. You don't care about your kids. Yeah, because that's what I'm saying. If she cared about the Web3, she would have never put herself in a position where she would have to leave them. And granted, she, you know, y'all say she don't have any help in Texas. What help did she need? All she had to do was put them kids in daycare, go get a job, work the hours that they in school or in daycare, and there you go. There you have it. I mean, how much of a powerhouse is Raquel when Raquel got her own damn family? She continued her PR tour this afternoon, just living her best life in the midst of abandoning her kids. I that's the part I don't understand. Like, she's not done it once, but she's done it twice. Twice within 3 years. Just jumps up and runs off and leaves those kids. And 2 times in a row, you didn't tell them bye. You just up and left in the middle of the night, like a thief in the night. Baby, I would never. I couldn't even imagine doing that. Especially at the age her kids are. Her kids are still small. I couldn't imagine doing that. But guess what? The same woman that she called a maid is the same woman she entrusted with that her kids will be okay. In the same woman that she loathes is the same woman she left her kids with to console. Clock that T. All right, y'all, I'm gone. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Remember, serve what you love. Bye.